Hey everybody, welcome to the latest episode of ChrisandBrick. Today I had a conversation with Brick and we decided that we wanted to talk about music, specifically street music, because Brick has spent an entire lifetime out on the street and has really developed a strong compulsion to listening to the street music. And with COVID hitting this past year, even though street music has the ability to really kind of allow for social distancing and so forth, it's taken a dramatic impact here locally. And he misses it and wants to see it come back and wants to see it come back with a passion. That being said, I also know, that there are a lot of musicians, I'm sure, that are probably, aching to get back out in the public eye. And I think we're really close to that time. And Brick's philosophy is, don't be afraid. I mean, you can put a boundary out there if you need to or if you feel more comfortable. But what you don't have to do is you don't have to isolate yourself and make it feel like you're not allowed to go back out there and entertain people. People want to hear the talent that you have and bring it back out and let us, get to enjoy it a little bit. These are the things I think that really kind of bring us together as a society, and so we really hope that you'll consider that. There's been all different kinds of music that Brick was telling me about that he's seen around here. He's seen full bands like right out on the street. The typical guitar player with his guitar case open and just asking for some donations. And then, we live right next door to some major venues where, some of the biggest acts in the world come to entertain people here in Orlando. And so, really just want to encourage people to get back into that if you haven't been feeling it. It's also been an emotional time, which really means to me that there's a tremendous opportunity for some great songwriting. There's a lot of sadness, there's a lot of despair in some cases, and while those things don't sound so great, they're also a tremendous catalyst for some great music writing. So Brick's observation was, get out there and talk about that stuff. Talk about what hit hard, I have a guitar that my father gave to me, which I absolutely adore. I'm not a great guitar player. I can play a few notes and a few songs here and there. But I also have that tremendous sort of stage fright, so I do it very privately, and hopefully at some point I'll break out of my shell. But I do love the instrument that he's shared with me, and it makes a beautiful sound. And it's been in the family now for, I think at least a couple of dozen years. But it's just got a really nice tone to it, and it's made a lot of amazing. It's taught me a lot of really cool songs. It's made a lot of amazing music. My dad has a real strong blues background, so he loves to play a lot of those blues chords and just kind of riff off of that, and it's fun to watch him do that because I can tell he really gets into it and gets passionate about it. And I think that at this time and place, with so many things being at the forefront of our minds that aren't related to such things as music and art, that this is the time to spin back around and say, let's re-embrace some of that stuff, man. That's the stuff that actually binds us together. Go to any major concert, man. Everybody there is having a good time. Yep, you've got pockets of crazy. Somebody's getting too much to drink. Maybe somebody took a drug of some sort that's got them a little out of their head. But I would say 99% of the engagement is always a very positive one. And that really, again, to me, reflects back to the whole political environment and social environment that we're in now, which is we're given this impression that things are really bad. But when you bring people together for a common reason and a common positive reason, there's no hate, there's no anger, there's people just wanting to appreciate the same thing that they all have great memories about. So in any case, that was kind of the subject matter that Brick felt really powerful about today, and I thought, not a bad topic at all. I'd love to know what some people's favorite songs are that get them through tough times. I think it would be amazing if, as you're listening, I know I'm kind of midstream here, but as you're liking and commenting and hopefully subscribing, to our page, that you'll share some of that. Share those kick-ass songs, the ones that have motivated you to get into the gym or to go for an intense run or sit quietly and just really reflect on your life. Think about those types of things, and I'd love to hear the ones that have done it the most for you. I gotta admit, I'm 45, so I'm kind of in a middle space where I've been exposed to a lot of different genres, and there's just so many that have so much incredible talent that I can go to, Pink Floyd, I can go to Led Zeppelin, I can go to Creedence Clearwater Revival, I can go to Nirvana, I can go to Pearl Jam, I can go to, there's so many, the Police, I'm trying to kind of keep going forward up the chain here. Metallica, like it or not, guys, I actually like a lot of Nickelback stuff. So, you can go ahead and thumbs down me or give me the middle finger or whatever you want, but they got some pretty good tunes, man. And you got to respect them for that. And they've put up with most of our bullshit, so good for them. Tough sons of guns. Anyway, so, again, this is really just a brief posting to say, go back to your musical roots. Get back to the stuff that makes you feel like a positive energy and that really brightens your day and can brighten the day of other people. The one thing I love about Brick is he's not afraid to say and observe the things that we're all just overlooking. It didn't even occur to me that I haven't seen a musician out on the street in months. And when I first moved here, they were everywhere, so come back, please come back. We need you here. We need your sound. We need your energy. We need your, your desire to bring some more beauty back into the world. And pick those amazing words that people don't ever necessarily think to string together to make art. So that's kind of the focus today is think about your music, whether you're playing it, whether you're listening to it, and share it with other people. There's a lot of stuff that I've heard that I've shared with people recently, and they're like, I've never heard that before in my life. And I'm like, you just heard platinum. You better go back and do a little bit of history, because there's so much music out there that it's easy to get lost in the shuffle of what's just, out on the shelves now, right? Shelves, air quote shelves. But you get the idea. But there's so much good stuff still coming out. So don't get me wrong. I'm definitely not, negating that. I'm just saying, like, a lot of this stuff is so, cyclical and circular, at least in terms of the emotions that it draws out of us. And at a time where I can tell you, like, this morning was rough for me, man. I got up and I was not, for the first probably 30 minutes, I was not in a good place in my head. And Brick sat me down and he's like, let's talk music. And I'm like, what do you mean talk music? You want me to put on a YouTube channel or something? And he's like, no, I want to talk about how we get music back out in the world. And so the answer that we came to the conclusion of is the music we want out in the world is your music. We want the music from the people that haven't been heard of. And don't get me wrong, I do see a lot of creativity out there, but there's a whole subculture of people that have great talent that don't necessarily get it showcased in a way that they deserve. Everybody should have an open mind. All of you music producers, all of you, those of you who have achieved greatness and success in the music industry, stop and listen, man. Give some people some praise. Give them a little bit of an opportunity to get their voice out there. They could be the next song that changes the world. Literally, that's how powerful this stuff is. So anyway, thanks. Happy Friday morning. Looking forward to Friday afternoon's post. I will be back in a few hours to discuss the next topic, which I'm not going to talk about yet. But but you'll know about it in a few hours. So have a good morning and a good early afternoon, and you will be hearing from us a little bit later. Thanks from Chris and Brick. Talk to you soon.